Hello everyone. So today we'll continue with the CAT previous year question series, and this will be the LRDI set number 48 from CAT 2019 paper. Now we'll look at the question. Okay. So the question says a supermarket has to place 12 items coded A to L in shelves numbered 1 to 16. Five of these items are of kind biscuits. So we know that biscuits are five, three are of type candies. There are three candies, and the rest are of type souvenirs. Not souvenirs, sorry, savories. Okay. So out of 12, five are biscuits, three are candies. So the remaining four will be savories. Okay. Only one item can be kept in a shelf. Items are to be placed such that all items of same type are clustered together with no empty shelf between items of the same type, and at least one empty shelf between two different types of items. So basically, though five biscuits, they need to be kept together without any shelf space between them, and between biscuits and candies or biscuits and savories, there should be at least a one empty shelf. And at most, two empty shelves can have consecutive numbers. So at most, there can be two empty shelves which can be placed consecutively. Okay. The following additional facts are known. So we know that there are total 16 shelves. So there are 16 shelves: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So we have total 16 shelves. A and B are to be placed in consecutive numbered shelves in increasing order. So A and B needs to be together. I and J needs to be placed consecutively in consecutively numbered shelves, both higher, both higher number than the shelves which in which A and B are kept. So I and J will be together like A and B, but both will be at higher numbers of shelves A and than in which A and B are. Okay? And A and B are consecutively placed together in shelves in increasing order. So for example, if A is at 4, B will be at 5. But when we talk about at I and J, they are placed in consecutively numbered shelves, but it is not mentioned that it is in increasing order or decreasing order. It is just mentioned that both the shelves will be of higher number than that of A and B. That means what? Like we know that if A is at 4, B will be at 5, but I and J are together, but we don't know their order. They can be either IJ or they can be either JI. Okay, but for sure we know that A will come पहले and then B will come. ठीक है? तो पहली दो conditions हमने देख ली. Now coming to the third condition. D, E, and F are savories and are to be placed in consecutively number shelved in increasing order. So D, E, and F will come together in increasing order after all the biscuits and candies. So we know that first biscuits are kept, and then candies are kept, and then savories are kept. Biscuits and candies can be in any order. They can be candies or biscuits also, but savories is at end. And D, E, and F, these are three savories. Total, we have four savories, out of which D, E, and F are three of them. And they are placed at the end. Okay? K is to be placed at the shelf number 16. So we know that at shelf number 16, we have K. And we know that savories are kept at the end after all the biscuits and candies. And we know that K is kept at the end. That means K is also a savory. And we know that all the items of same type are to be kept together. That means, and D, E, and F are in increasing order. That means D, E, and F will be kept at 13, 14, and 15. And then K will come. So we are done with third condition, and we are also done with the fourth condition. and we have savories at the end from 13 to 16. L and J are the items of same kind, but H is an item of different kind. So we know that L and J are items of same kind, but H is a different kind of item. ठीक है? So we know that I and J are kept together, L and J are kept together because they are of same type. By together, I do not mean that they are immediately together, but they are of same type. ठीक है? I and J are consecutively kept. So L and J consecutive नहीं है, but they are of same type. ठीक है? And H is of a different type. C is a candy and is placed in a shelf preceded by two empty shelves. So we know that C is a candy. Okay. And L is to be placed in a shelf by preceded by exactly one empty shelf. Okay. So we know that C is a candy. Now L, I, and J, because I and J are kept together in consecutive numbers, and L and J, it is mentioned that they are of same kind. So we know that L, I, and J all are of same kind, all three. And we know that C is a candy. So total we have three candies. One of them is C. There should be two more candies. And we know that L, I, and J are of same kind. So can either of L, I, and J be a candy? Four savories अपने को मिल चुकी हैं. We need two more candies, and L, I, and J are of same kind. So they cannot be candies because only two more candies are left, and L, I, and J are all of same kind. So we know that they cannot be savories, they cannot be candies. For sure, L, I, and J are biscuits. And we know that H is an item of different kind from L and J. H is not a biscuit. It cannot be a savory because we already have four savories. So for sure, H is a candy. Now we need one more candy. And we know that A and B are placed in consecutive shells in increasing order. So A and B are of same kind. Can they be savories? No. Can they be candy? No, because only one more candy is needed. And A and B are two, which are of same kind. So that means for sure A and B are biscuits. So we have five biscuits: A, B, L, I, and J. We have four savories. So the remaining G would be a candy. So we know what all are candies, what all are biscuits, and what all are savories. ठीक है? So L and J are of same type and H is of a different type. We are done with this condition also. C is a candy which is to be placed in a shelf preceded by exactly two empty shelves, and L is placed in a shelf preceded by exactly one empty shelf. ठीक है? एंड अब आगे तो हमारी बेसिकली अब 1, 2, 6 and 7 बची है कंडीशन. ठीक है? Now we know that all the candies would be placed together, let's say, and all the biscuits will also be placed together. Let's say one cases where biscuits are kept first and then candies. Now we know that L is a biscuit and it is placed in a shelf preceded by exactly one empty shelf. So it is, if it is being preceded by one empty shelf, then we know that it is the starting of biscuits. Then only it can be preceded by an empty shelf, and it is preceded by exactly one empty shelf. So we can assume that one is an empty shelf, then from two L is coming. Now we know that A and B, this is not J, sorry, this is B. A and B are together, and I and J are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelves, both higher than A and B. That means A and B will come before I and J, and then I and J will come. But we don't know the order of I and J. They can be either I or J or I. They can be either first case, which is I and J, or they can be either the second case, J or I. ठीक है? Now candies place हो गई हैं सारी की सारी, and after candies there will be at least one empty shelf. Sorry, all the biscuits are placed and then there will be at least one empty shelf. And then C is a candy which is to be placed in a shelf preceded by two empty shelves. So that means C is the first candy which is being placed because it is being preceded by empty shelves, and it is being preceded by two empty shelves. So there won't be one empty shelf between biscuits and candies. There will be two, and then C will come. ठीक है? And then उसके बाद either H can come or either G can come. So it can be either H or it can be either G. And if it is H, then 11th will be G. And if it is G, then 11th will be H. And then all the candies are placed. There would be one empty shelf between candies and savories, and then there are four savories. So this can be one kind of uh, configuration where biscuits are kept first and then candies. The other configuration is that candies pehle aa rahi hain and then biscuits aa rahe hain, because savories, so we know for sure, are at the end. The other combination is candies is coming before biscuits. Okay. So if candies is coming before biscuits, we know that candies are starting with C, and it is to be placed such that it is preceded by two empty shells. So we can have two empty shells in the beginning, and then candy will start, and and then three will be C, and then fourth can be either H or G, or fifth can be either G or H. Okay. And then biscuits will start, but before biscuits there need to be one empty space. Sixth will be empty, and then L, A, B, then either I or J, or J or I. ठीक है? And then there will be one space between biscuits and savories. Then there will be four savories, D, E, F, K. So for savories, we know that this is the final configuration for sure. So these two type of configurations can take place, and within these two type of configuration, there are four configurations each. So let us say this is configuration number one, this is configuration number two. So within one there can be four. It can be either, अगर empty space देखें, L, A, B, फिर I, then J, and then, और फिर then दो empty space C, and then की it can be G, H, G, D, E, F, K. ये configuration possible है. And instead of this, it can be either L, A, B, I, J again. And then instead of C, H, G, it can be C, G, H, then D, E, F, K. ठीक है? And then instead of switching H and G, we can switch I and J, and we can get two more configuration: L, A, B, J, I, C, H, G, D, E, F, K, and then L, A, B, J, I, C, G, H, D, E, F, K. So within one, there can be four more configurations. One time we are switching I and J, and the other two times we are switching H and G. दो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन इन दोनों के स्विच होने से आएगी, दो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन इन दोनों के स्विच होने से आएगी. Similarly, within two also there will be four more configuration. दो इन दोनों के स्विच होने से आएगी, दो इन दोनों के स्विच होने से आएगी. So total there are 8 type of configurations. Four from case number one, four from case number two, and case number one is कि biscuits पहले हैं, case number two is candies पहले. ठीक है? For sure savories are at the end. ये समझ में आ गया? So the first question says, in how many different ways can the items be arranged on the shelves? So there are total 8 ways. इसका आंसर क्या है? 8. Question number 2 says, which of the following items is not of type biscuit? So we know that biscuit वाले कौन से है? L, I, J, A, B. So L है, A है, B है. सिर्फ G एक ऐसा आइटम है which is not of type biscuit. ठीक है? Coming to the third question. Third question says, which of the following can represent the number of empty shells in the possible arrangement? So number of empty shells, पहला अगर option देखें 1, 7, 11, 12. So in any of these configurations, अगर हम देखें, अगर हम इसको देखें, in any of these two type of configuration, empty shells कहाँ कहाँ पे हैं? अगर पहले वाले को देंगे केस नंबर वन में, केस नंबर वन में एम्प्टी शेल्फ कहाँ पर है? एक तो 1 है एम्प्टी शेल्फ, देन 7 है, देन 8 है, देन 12 है, एंड सेकंड वाले में एम्प्टी शेल्फ कहाँ कहाँ पे है? 1, 2, 6 and then 12. These are the two possible type of empty configurations, empty shells की configuration 1, 7, 8, 12 या फिर 1, 2, 6 and 12. ठीक है, तो इसमें which of the following can represent the number of empty shells in a possible arrangement? ये दो टाइप की पॉसिबिलिटीज हैं, 1, 7, 8, 12 या फिर 1, 2, 6, 12. तो इनमें से क्या ऑप्शन है? 1, 2, 6, 12, यही एक पॉसिबल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन है. ठीक है. Now last question says which of the following statement is necessarily true? There are two empty shells between biscuits and candies. अगर हम biscuits and candies की बात करें तो फर्स्ट कॉन्फ़िगरेशन में तो yes we have two empty shells. बट अगर biscuits और candies की अगर हम सेकंड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन में बात करें so there is only one empty shelf over here. So this is not necessarily true. वन सेट ऑफ कॉन्फ़िगरेशन में है, वन में नहीं है. ठीक है. तो सेकंड वाला क्या कह रहा है? ऑल कैंडल्स आर केप्ट बिफोर बिस्किट्स. दिस इज आल्सो नॉट नेसेसरीली ट्रू. बिस्किट्स पहले आ सकते हैं. ऑल बिस्किट्स आर केप्ट बिफोर कैंडी इज नॉट ट्रू. लास्ट का कह रहा है देयर आर एटलीस्ट 4 शेल्स बिटवीन बी एंड सी. तो अगर हम कॉम्बिनेशन में देखें तो पहले वाले में बी यहाँ पर है, सी यहाँ पर है, बीच में कितने हैं? 1, 2, 3, 4. अगर इस वाले में देखें सी यहाँ पर है, बी यहाँ पर है, बीच में कितने हैं? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in both the cases, we have at least 4 shells between B and C. तो आंसर necessarily true वाला कौन सा हो गया? Option number D. So we have done this question also. So pretty simple set. I hope it was clear to every one of you. So for any further queries, you can reach out to us on the following number, or you can reach out to us on WhatsApp or the given email ID. Thank you.